Why confident people lose money. The Dunning-Kruger Effect.
Imagine this. A person with $500 in an account is confident that he understands investments better than a financial advisor with 20 years of experience. And the one who manages millions is constantly questioning his decisions. Sound familiar? This is not an accident. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect. And it's ruining people. I spent 4 years drawing about finance, and I noticed something. The less money a person has, the more often they say, "I know everything." Today, we'll break down why this happens in the brain and how not to fall into the trap. Let's begin. 1999. Psychologist Dunning and Kruger ran an experiment. They tested students on logic, grammar, and humor. Those who scored the lowest rated themselves at 60-70%. They thought they had done well. The more they learned, the higher their confidence climbed. The peak, with only average knowledge. This is the Mount Stupid. A person knows just enough to feel like an expert, but not enough to see their own gaps. And then the crash. The deeper you go into the subject, the more you realize you know nothing. The valley of despair. This is where real professionals are. They doubt, they double-check, they keep learning. And only after years, the plateau of mastery, real expertise, and real confidence. Now let's look at money. On the x-axis, not knowledge, but real results. On the y-axis, confidence in financial decisions. Zone 1, minimal savings, maximum confidence. I know how to get rich, I just don't have the time. Zone 2, read 1 book about investing. Bought 3 stocks, now giving advice to friends. The most dangerous stage. Zone 3, managing capital, but constantly consulting, reading reports, and afraid of making a mistake. Zone 4, financial independence and conscious humility. He knows the market is unpredictable. Meet Alex, 28 years old, works in IT, earns above the national average. But here's the catch: $18,000 in credit card debt, and at the same time, $2,300 sitting in a savings account earning 0.5% per year. And do you know what he told me? "I understand money. I'm just going through a bad period right now." His financial strategy, cryptocurrency, because fiat is losing value. Leasing a new car, because it's an investment in status, and status equals income. Savings for 3 months, because that's enough. There are always credit cards. 3 decisions, 3 fundamental mistakes, and yet Alex is 90% sure he's doing everything right. A year passed. Crypto fell by 60%. Credit card interest wiped out all the bonuses from work. The first missed payment. A call from the bank, panic. And then something strange happened. For the first time, Alex thought, maybe I don't know everything. This is the moment of coming down from Mount Stupid. Painful, necessary. He started reading, not how to get rich in 3 days, but about behavior cognitive biases and stories of financial collapse. A simple plan, not sexy, not fast, but real. 2 years later, the debt is gone. Emergency fund, 8 months. Investments, modest, but consistent. The same Alex. But now, when I ask, "How do you invest?" he says, "I'm learning. There's still a lot I don't know." He's in the valley of despair. And that's a good place to be, because from here, the path to real wisdom begins. Check yourself. 3 signs you might be on Mount Stupid. First, you give advice you don't follow yourself. Buy Bitcoin, while your salary sits on a bank card earning 0 interest. Second, you ignore budgeting, but study options. You skip the emergency fund, yet search for secret tools of the rich. Third, any advice triggers aggression. He just wants my money. Paranoia, instead of critical thinking. Step 1. A reality audit. Calculate your net worth right now. Assets minus debts. Honestly. Step 2. Read not about success, but about failure. Money Master the Game. The Psychology of Money. The Collapse of Lehman Brothers. Understand this. Money is behavior, not mathematics. Step 3. Find a mentor or become a student. Ask yourself, when was the last time I changed my mind about money? If it was a long time ago, you're still on the mountain. The Dunning-Kruger effect is not a sentence. It's a map. It shows where you are. Mount Stupid is comfortable, but dangerous. The Valley of Despair is frightening, but this is where growth begins. The Plateau of Mastery is when you can say, I manage my finances, and I keep learning, draw my money, where we draw the map to financial freedom, not quick schemes. Real freedom. Your task. Open the Notes app on your phone and answer this question. Where am I on the Dunning-Kruger curve right now? On the mountain? On the way down? Already in the valley? Write it in the comments. I read every one. Your task. Next video. Why we buy things we never use, the IKEA effect, and the endowment effect. If this video made you question your own confidence, it's working. Subscribe. Let's climb down the mountain together.